Good afternoon, LB. Mark Kowalski, your superintendent, coming to you on Friday, March 12th. Hope everyone's doing well on this Friday afternoon. A few announcements for you on this Friday. First of all, on Monday, March 15th, we will have our 3.5 banquet here at the high school. That will be at 7 o'clock, and invites went out to that banquet, and they should have been returned already. So we will be having that banquet on Monday evening here at the high school. That banquet was unfortunately canceled last year. And as we move through this spring, and as vaccinations increase, and also quarantines and positive cases go down, we look forward to getting back to the old normal, if you will, as far as a lot of our events here at school and hopefully throughout our school community and the rest of Hancock County. With that, alluding to that, today is the actual 1-year anniversary, even though it was March 13th last year, of our last day of in-person instruction prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. If you recall, last year the governor issued directives on Thursday. That would have been March 12th of 2020. And then we were able to finish that day, obviously, on Thursday. We brought kids in on Friday, sent students home with their personal belongings and their electronic devices on that Friday, not knowing when and if they'd be back to finish the year. And then the whole district staff came in on Monday, March 16th, and then we began remote learning, e-learning, if you will, on St. Patrick's Day of last year. So it's hard to believe that it has been 1 year. To some, it may have seemed like an eternity. To others, you blinked an eye and a year went by. But we've learned a lot about ourselves, about our school community, and we've done some things really well during this time and others that not so well that we need to address here moving forward. And we acknowledge that, and we'll get 1% better, I can promise you, one way or another. And, I'd just like to share something here also. Last year we had our college kids, our former students, student athletes were sent home from their campuses not knowing what was happening. And there's so many unknowns, and it was good to see a couple weeks after things had passed and the weather warmed up, we had some of our students, former student athletes, coming back here to the campus and training for their upcoming seasons, not knowing that if they would have one. I'd like to give a shout out to a few of those student athletes who I've seen through social media or recently just in person, and some of their success. And some of these student athletes who came back last year, Leah Reckers had a great year at University of Akron track, and I can remember her running in this driving 40-mile-an-hour winds on the gravel outside and training for that, not knowing if she'd ever get to compete again. Anthony Masterlasco, University of Findlay men's basketball. Amazing year this year Anthony had. He was second team in the GMAC conference. And two young ladies who are still playing in March Madness in the Division II tournament that begins actually today. Jensen Hegel and Savannah Richard. They were the conference champions at the Tiffin University this year. And those students came back last year during the pandemic, got sent home, and just came here and ran outside and did what they needed to do on the track, as a lot of our other community members did as well, practicing all the safe social distancing and mask requirements. If I've missed anyone, please don't hesitate to give me a shout out and an email, and I'll recognize some of our former student athletes. But it comes the time of year. It is our March Madness time of the year, and hopefully that this is just getting us back to the old normal. We've been in school solid now for really, barring the weather, since February 2nd, hoping to continue the year and hoping to have some of those events and recognitions and possibly field trips that we were so accustomed to prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, I got to give a shout out to Nathaniel DeRay. Nathaniel DeRay will be competing in a Division III state wrestling tournament this weekend, representing Liberty-Benton at Marion Harding High School. Nathaniel qualified last year. This is his third year in a row to qualify for the state tournament, but obviously that was canceled right before the state tournament. The pandemic canceled the state tournament last year. So good luck, Nathaniel. We're pulling for you, and I know you'll represent Liberty-Benton in a positive light, as you always have. So with that, I'm looking forward to getting back to the old normal. I'm tired of the new normal, but we still need to be vigilant in practicing some of those safety protocols that have got us to this point. Our staff will be receiving their second round of the vaccines next Saturday, the 20th. So we're all in this together, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, and let's keep moving in a positive direction. And with that, everyone have an awesome weekend. Take advantage of the crisp, cool sunshine. Go get 1% better. But more importantly, as always, go Eagles. Have a great weekend, LB.